So you get an email offering a great rate on a cruise. Do you take the bait? Hi, just a few months ago I got an email from Carnival Cruise Lines offering a 4-day Caribbean cruise for only $70 per person. One of the stops was Key West, Florida, which neither my wife nor I had ever visited, and the other was Cozumel, where my brother moved to a few years ago. Seemed like a great opportunity, so without much other thought, I took it. A 4-day cruise for $140? No deposit necessary, I just grabbed my credit card and booked it. Thoughts of tropical breezes and sunny beaches filled my imagination. Sure, we knew we would have to get to the cruise port in Miami, but how much trouble could that be? Well, the first thing we did after booking the cruise was book flights to Miami. The prices were all over the place. We also booked a hotel for the night before setting sail and the day we returned. Air travel lately is so unpredictable, we wanted to make sure that if our flight was delayed or even canceled, we'd still have time to get another flight before embarkation. To get the cheapest airfare required a little additional logistics. Okay, so it's 2:30 in the morning. To save some money, $400 to be exact, instead of flying out of Chattanooga, we decided to fly out of Atlanta. But with parking being what it is down in Atlanta, we decided to take a shuttle. So, to save $400, we spent $200 on 2 round-trip shuttle passes to get to Atlanta. So, here we are at Groom Transportation, getting ready to load up. A 2-hour drive to Atlanta with a few other sleepy cruisers, then check in at the busiest airport in America. Wheels up at just after sunrise, and we were on our way to the Sunshine State. Of course, it's always sunny above the clouds. What we didn't count on was what was under those pretty puffy clouds. Now, those beautiful clouds that we saw flying into Miami turned into rainstorms. And I mean, the sky really opened up, and wound up having to wait 2 hours in line to get the car that we had reserved weeks and weeks before Hurricane Ian. Apparently, so many locals lost their cars with Hurricane Ian that there was a run on rental cars, and we were even lucky to get one. If we hadn't had a reservation, we wouldn't have gotten one. So we got the car, and then in pouring rain in an unfamiliar vehicle on unfamiliar streets, we found the hotel, checked in, fell asleep, slept a long time, and now we're here at the cruise port just checking out our ship, the Carnival Conquest, which is right past those walls, and we'll be embarking tomorrow. The rental car was just over $73 for the day, but still less than taking an Uber or taxi everywhere. After the rain slowed, we ventured out to South Beach and grabbed some dinner, then back to the hotel to rest up. The next day, it was embarkation. The Carnival Conquest had just spent a few weeks in Spain in dry dock getting a new coat of paint on her hull and some redecorating of a few public spaces. We were excited to board and see the improvements. Okay, so we were supposed to be here between 12 and 12:30 to check in. We were on the dock at 1/4 till. By the time we checked our luggage in with the porter, it was 10 till 12, and then we got in line by 5 till 12. It is currently 12:45. We have not only checked in, but we have gone to our muster, safety briefing, and now we're up in our cabin, all in a half an hour. That was really incredible. And this is our interior stateroom. Our last cruise, we we got an ocean view. But this time, you know, the interior staterooms are always the cheapest. So we said, this is only a 4-day cruise. Let's go ahead and get an interior stateroom just to see how bad or how good it is and whether or not we could stand it for a longer cruise so that we could save some money. So this is the beginning of the grand experiment. Now the cruise itself was $70 per person, and that includes the passage, most food, and modest drinks. If you want liquor or sodas, you can buy them by the drink or have a drink package. We didn't, but we did opt for the social media Wi-Fi package for $68. That, with the gratuities package of $143.34, means that for the cruise itself, we had paid Carnival a little over $350. To be fair, for that money, we sailed through the beautiful waters of the Caribbean Sea. We went ashore on Key West, where we had a great time sightseeing, walking from downtown past President Truman's tropical White House, the home of author Ernest Hemingway, a beautiful historic lighthouse, all the way down to the marker buoy denoting the southernmost point in the continental United States. The very next day, we were in Cozumel, Mexico, where my wife and I went snorkeling for the first time. Now, I'm not including shore excursions or souvenirs, but tallying up the cruise, airport, shuttle, airfare, bag checked, hotel for 2 nights, car rental for 1 day, our $140 cruise actually cost more than $1,500. Am I complaining? Not a bit. Realize that if you were to fly to each port, stay in hotels, and pay for every meal at restaurants, you could very easily spend much more than $1,500 on an experience like this. This is just to serve as a warning that even if you find a great deal on a cruise, there are other essential elements to the trip that will run the bill much higher than your initial emotional decision. But in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't change a thing. We had a fantastic trip. I got to see my brother again. We made lots of memories and met some new friends. 10 times the amount we expected when I made my impulsive booking? Yep, and worth every penny.